Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here. Today I'm going to be making a video on which safeties will make the Redskins roster in 2020, also some possible surprise cuts at the safety position, and some free agents that the Redskins could add to help at the safety position. If you guys are new, subscribe for Redskins and NFL content. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so now on to who I think will make the team, and then we'll go talk about some possible free agents. So first, Landon Collins. Obviously, he's going to make the team. He's going to be the starting strong safety, and I think he's going to play really good in Jack Del Rio's system. Last year for the Redskins, played in 15 games, started all of them, had 4 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles, 1 sack, 117 tackles, 9 tackles for loss. Did not have an interception, but besides that, played pretty good. His coverage stats weren't amazing, but he was a pretty good piece on our defense in a pretty bad secondary last year. So I'm looking for him to improve a little bit in his pass coverage this year. Besides that, he played pretty good last year, and I'm really excited to see what he can do next year. If you look at his advanced stats, allowed a 70% completion percentage. I think he'll play a little bit better next year with a better overall secondary and with a better defensive line. I think he can get that down to like 65% completion percentage. So I'm looking to see what he can do this year. So yeah, next, Sean Davis. I think he's also going to start alongside Landon Collins. He does play strong safety and free safety, so he can play both in case Landon Collins gets hurt. He is 26 years old. Last year, played in only one game and was out for the full year with, I think, a wrist injury. I'm not 100% sure. But in 2018, he played 15 games, started all of them, had 1 interception. But his really good year was 2017, where he played strong safety, played in all 16 games, started all of them, 3 interceptions for 76 yards. He played really good that year, and I hope he can play like that this year. Maybe not necessarily 3 interceptions, but let's get 1 or 2 and some decent coverage. Last year, in that one game, he did allow an 83% completion percentage, but of course, that's only one game, so it really didn't matter that much. But in 2018, when he did play free safety, he started in 15 games, played all in 15 games, had 1 interception, and allowed a 55% completion percentage, which is pretty good, but he did allow 5 touchdowns, so his passer rating allowed was 112, which is not very good. His tackling is not good in the open field. He does not make very good tackles. If you look at it, he misses tackles on 15% of tackles he misses, so not very good tackling safety, but we'll see how he does. He is a free safety, so tackling isn't as important as a strong safety, but it's still pretty important. So we'll see how he does, but I do expect him to be a starter, and it is only a 1-year deal, so it's a prove-it-year deal. So next is Troy Apke, and I do think he's going to make the team. Some people are saying he won't, but I do think he's going to make the team just because he's a really good special teams player, and I think Ron Rivera values that. Last year, he played in 15 games, started 2 of them, had an interception against the 49ers, had 26 total tackles, so played okay when he was on the field. Nothing really special, but on PFF, he was graded 74, which is really good, especially for a player like him. But of course, he didn't play much, so that could be a factor in why his grade was so high. But like I said, played pretty good, and if you look at his advanced stats, allowed a 66.7% completion percentage, but only allowed a 52.8 pass rating, which is really good. But again, he was only targeted 6 times, so his numbers might be skewed a little bit. But I think let's give him a year to see what he can do. This is only his 2nd year, so this year in 2020 is going to be his 3rd. So we'll see how he does. I think you give him a chance another year because he's still obviously on his rookie year deal. He's young and he can contribute on special teams. So I would definitely keep Troy Apke and maybe give him a little more of a role. Have him start a couple games if Sean Davis is hurt. We'll see. So yeah, my next safety I have making the team. I have 4, maybe 5 making the team. So the next is DeShazier Everett. We all know he's going to make the team. He's been a great special teams player for us. I'm pretty sure he's been a special team captain for us. He's been really good the last few years. And even when he's on the field, he's not that bad. He does play sometimes. Last year, though, he was injured a lot of the season, only played in 7 games. But in 2018, 2017, and 2016, he played in most of the games. And in 2017, he played pretty good. Started in 3 games, had an interception, and yeah, played pretty good. His best year was probably 2017 when he played strong safety. Played in 14 games, started 8 of them, 5 pass deflections, a forced fumble, 62 total tackles. So pretty good. I think he's not going to get much playing time on the defense. He might get a little bit when we need some help, or when Landon Collins or Sean Davis or anyone else needs a breather, but he's going to contribute a lot on special teams. And last year, you can't really take these numbers too seriously because he only got targeted 3 times. But if you look at his 2018 year, he actually played pretty good. He was targeted 6 times, allowed 4 completions, uh, and allowed a 45.1 pass rating. So played pretty good, but again, he's more of a special teams guy that can sometimes contribute on defense, but he plays a lot more special teams, and that's his role in the team. So those are the 4 that I think will definitely make it, barring any season-ending injury or anything like that. But the next couple guys are kind of on the bubble, and one guy is Cameron Curl. And the reason I have him in this video is because he's a safety, but he could also be a cornerback. So I think he's going to make the team, but it might not just be for safety. It might be for cornerback. In his 3 years at Arkansas, he played pretty good. Only had 2 total interceptions, but that was in his junior year, where he had 76 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, and 2 forced fumbles, and a touchdown. So played really good in his junior year. So hopefully he can translate that to the field in the NFL, and I think he's going to play a little bit on special teams in his rookie year if he makes the team, and I think he will make the team. It's going to be interesting to see what he plays, if he plays cornerback or if he plays safety when he does get on the field in his rookie year, because he's not going to get on the field too much, obviously, unless our cornerbacks get hurt a lot, like Ronald Darby, Fabian Moreau. Any of those guys gets hurt, then he might get some significant playing time. But besides that, he's mostly going to play on special teams, so he might not know his role on the defense until year 2. But he's probably going to be a depth guy for us for the next few years, which is pretty good because considering he was a 7th round pick, so that would not be bad in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, if he's more of a cornerback or more of a safety. So next player is Jeremy Reeves. I do not have him making the team. He did not make the team last year. I think he made the practice squad, but then we called him up in the middle of the season. I think the same thing is going to happen. He's going to make the practice squad, and he might get called up for a few games. We will see. He's a decent guy. I really liked him in the preseason last year. I thought he should have made the team. I thought he was kind of a bubble guy, but we'll see. He could fight for that spot if he does really well. Maybe bump someone like Cameron Curl or Troy Apke out if he plays really good. Because remember, if a lot of these guys are playing good, we have 2 extra roster spots this year, so we'll be able to put an extra guy there. So those are the safeties I have making the team: Landon Collins, Sean Davis, Troy Apke, DeShazier Everett, and Cameron Curl. But Cameron Curl, like I said, could play cornerback or safety. So now let's get into the free agents that the Redskins could sign. So the first safety that I think we could potentially target is Eric Reed, because he did play for the Panthers the last couple years, and last year he didn't really have a great year. He played in 16 games, started all of them, had 6 pass deflections, a forced fumble, and 4 sacks and 130 tackles. But if you look at his coverage stats, they're absolutely terrible, allowing a 77% completion percentage, allowing 750 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 149 pass rating, which is absolutely terrible. But in 2018, he did allow a 57% completion percentage with a 99 pass rating and 2 touchdowns, which is a little bit better. So if he can return to that form of Eric Reed, then I would consider signing him, because he has been an elite safety in the past, and he did play under Ron Rivera in the last couple years, so he kind of knows what to expect from Ron Rivera. So I wouldn't be upset if we signed him. He would probably be a starter, though, over Sean Davis, so that might cause a few problems, but besides that, it would be an okay signing. But I would probably rather have Sean Davis, just because he has more potential, because he's a lot younger, and we could get a bigger return from him. The next safety that I think we could sign, and I like him a little bit more, is Rashad Jones, who did play for Miami last year, and he has had a few really good years. Last year was obviously a down year for him. He only played in 4 games, which is why he had a bad season. But in 2018, he had 3 interceptions, played in 14 games, and he played really good. In 2017, he made the Pro Bowl. 2015 also made the Pro Bowl. So he's had really good years before, and he's only 31, which is a little old, but he can still produce and help the young veterans out. If you look at his advanced stats last year, obviously not good, but he's kind of playing injured and he only played in 4 games. But if you look at 2018, he only allowed a 56% completion percentage and a 66.7 pass rating, which is really good, and only allowed 2 touchdowns. So I would not be opposed to signing Rashad Jones. Eric Reed, I'd rather not, but Rashad Jones would be a decent signing in my opinion if we could get him for cheap, and I think we would probably get him for the veteran minimum, and it would probably be during training camp. If you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on those post notifications, and let me know who you think is going to make the roster. Like I said, I have the 4 safeties: Landon Collins, Sean Davis, Troy Apke, and Shazier Everett, and then Cameron Curl as a cornerback slash safety. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe and peace.